Hi, I'm Sam Thurgan and welcome to my 2 Minutes Parasha. In this week's Sidra of Chukat, we say farewell to one of the great heroes of the Torah, Aharon, Moshe's brother Aaron. And we have a saying in Yiddish and in Hebrew, when somebody passes away, we have a prayer that we hope that they will be, in Hebrew, a meilitz, yosher, in Yiddish, a good, a better, that they should be a good advocate for the well-being of those here on earth in heaven. In other words, although they are now through in the heavenly world, when they're having discussions in heaven as to what should happen to the Jewish people and to their family and to the people they care about, we ask that these souls who have gone up should advocate for us and come to the heavenly court and say, please have compassion, please give them good things. This idea that sometimes for the righteous, their work is not done even after they have passed away. And Rabbi Yosef Shlomo Zevin tells the story of a particular Hasidic Rebbe who was close to death at a time that it had been very, very difficult for the Jewish people. And he said to his Hasidim, to his followers, he says, I know that there are other great righteous people who have passed away recently, who promised that when they get up to heaven, they will ask Hashem to do things differently, to make a change. He says, but I know what's happened. Once they get up to heaven, they're in heaven. It's so overwhelming. It's such an incredible experience. There's so much going on in heaven. How are they supposed to take care and think of and remember us? But he says, I will make you a promise that I will never give up. And I will not rest and I will not accept my portion in heaven until I've been able to help and do what I can from the next world to help you. And then Rabbi Zevin, uncharacteristically, adds a personal note to that story. And he says, when I was privileged to leave the USSR 25 years ago, he writes, this was obviously more than that now, when I was privileged to leave the USSR 25 years ago, I had a goodbye party. And many of the Jewish people in the community came to me and they said, when you get to Israel, do not forget about us. Don't give up on us. And he said, I promise I won't. I promise I'll do what I can to help you. And they said many others have made that promise before. And once they got to Israel, everything that's involved, starting a new life, we can understand it's overwhelming. Learning a new language, navigating. And they forgot about those of us living in communist Russia. And Rabbi Zevin said to them, I promise I will not forget you. And he says, it's been many years. And despite all my efforts, I have not been able to help them. And probably they think that I've forgotten them, and probably they think, like the others, that they relied upon, that I've moved on. But I want you to know that I haven't, and I think of them all the time. And the powerful message for me is that when we can do something to help, we help. And if we're truly committed, we even give up what we need for our own advancement, whether it's our reward, whether it's the time. We even give that up in order to help others. There also comes a time that we simply can't. And for ourselves, we need to understand to do what we can and when not. And for others, we need to understand that maybe they really have tried their best. Maybe they've really exhausted their options. And then we look on for other options and don't hold that against them. Shabbat Shalom.